Okay, and Vanessa, let's come back to you then, and Germany, and well, we've got a question over German support for ISIS.
Yes. So this is Stefan Schneck, the Special Envoy for Syria from Germany, a member of the Green Party, which should already set off alarms as they are the primary party to have supported terrorism in Syria and Nazism in Ukraine. But let's see what he tweeted out yesterday. And this is quite extraordinary. This is craven terrorist apologism from the top German diplomat on relations with Syria, the Special Envoy. So basically, this is translated with the red circle is Abdul Baset al-Sarut. And this was on June the 8th. He said, "Today we commemorate Abdul Baset al-Sarut, the Syrian goalkeeper turned brave revolutionary. His life, with its ups and downs, paints a vivid picture of the complexities of the Syrian struggle, and his legacy continues to inspire us." So let's have a look, Mike, at what legacy exactly continues to inspire Mr. Schneck. So this is Abdul Baset al-Sarut's incitement to genocide against Alawites, a Muslim minority sect inside Syria. He basically says, "We're coming to slaughter you without an agreement." He's holding court here with a number of terrorist armed fighters. Here he's speaking to crowds. I think this was in Homs, yes, where again he's calling to exterminate the Alawites and the Shiites, telling them to leave. Here he's saying the message for the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, ISIS. He's calling for allegiance with Nusra Front, Al-Qaeda. Here again, we will exterminate the Alawites. The Shiites have to go. So this was another report in Al-Monitor. He also called for the genocide, basically, of Christians. Here he is with the ISIS logo. And of course, how did Western media present him as the singer of the revolution, leading rallies when peaceful protests broke out against Syrian President Bashar al-Assad in 2011? So quite extraordinary endorsement of ISIS terrorism here from the German Special Envoy. And I had a quick look this morning through his Twitter page. So here, this was previously a couple of months ago. Today, we remember Basil Shahada, the Syrian Christian director, producer, and activist who was killed by Syrian government forces in Homs in 2012. Now, it's worth noting, I spoke to Kivok Al-Masyan about him because I didn't actually recognize the name. But looking a little bit further into him, it appears that he came in to Homs at the same time as people like Dani Abdul Qayyum, who were proven to be producing fake reports. And I recommend, if people haven't seen this, that they go and watch the documentary that I made in collaboration with a Syrian journalist, Rafiq Latif, that basically exposed the majority of the narratives from 2012 to 2013 by CNN, Al Jazeera, Al Arabiya, etc., to have been very clearly staged. And then finally, let's look at one of the tweets that he put out more recently, which again is quite extraordinary. He says that we're concerned about the deployment of regime, replace that with government forces in Syria. The world was told that reconciliation was done, but violence did not generate peace and prosperity. No, what didn't generate peace and prosperity were the sanctions without UN mandate that the EU, UK, Turkey and the US have imposed on the Syrian people. We call on the regime to stop violence against civilians. In reality, he knows damn well that the Syrian Arab Army is mobilizing against US forces that are occupying the majority of Syrian resources and against terrorist forces that he is obviously glorifying and lionizing in his tweets. He says the political path is the only way to achieve true reconciliation and peace. And we assume he's ready to support this long and difficult path by supporting the terrorist proxies that are trying to topple the Syrian government and who have massacred and carried out ethnic cleansing pogroms against the minorities that Sarut mentioned in his various speeches. This is craven. You know, this is from a high-level German diplomat, should be condemned on all levels.
Yes, thank you for that.